Hello, Mike here. It's February 16th, 2024, and I wanted to share with you a degree I received from the School of Hard Knocks. They're the most valuable degrees, by the way. Um, nothing like it. And this magazine is dated October 15th, 1990, with a $2.50 is what it cost. Today, a Time magazine will cost you $5.99. Now, what's interesting is I had done a video about a year ago, and I had mentioned how I was in a role reversal and how the economy had essentially, and the carnage that occurred and the difficulties had made it that it was best for me to be the one who stays home, okay? And my spouse worked because it was just, the company was a better company. It was a more stable income situation, and plus paying the child care person basically all the income that my spouse was making at the time was pretty much going to the person taking care of the two kids. So she had returned to work immediately after the bomb started dropping on Baghdad. Okay, there had been a freezing hire for several months with all the uncertainty that went along with the upcoming Gulf War, that, by the way, began in October, in all earnest, because that's when the military planners in October of 1990 began planning for what would be probably an invasion. Okay, so October was the beginning. So 33 years later to the month, what happened? Well, we had the Israel situation that happened last year, right? 33 years exactly to the month. Yeah. So I really had to share this, and I have to wonder what it's like for young families today, because I know it can't be any easier. It's probably, if anything, harder. Um, maybe it's not as hard because there's so much freebies out there. Okay, all kinds of freebies. 1990 it wasn't like that so much, and I'll be honest with you. There was times I was like, how am I going to be able to afford to buy my youngest one, who was 5 days old when this magazine was printed, but he was 10/10, right? That's his birthday. So he was 5 days old when this Time magazine. I couldn't have picked a better time to have a young family. To be honest with you, couldn't have picked a better time. Being obviously, I'm being sarcastic, aren't I? Yes. Yeah. So I had to share this, and of course, in January of 1991, that was when. Well, let's just get to it, okay?
The New World Order.
This is an historic moment. We have in this past year made great progress in ending the long era of conflict and Cold War. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.